Good morning, everybody. Today is Tuesday, April the 25th, and I'm sitting here with my one and only grandson, Jacob.
Hello, everybody.
But we're going to do an interview with him. Yesterday, he had an appointment with the behavioral therapy, and it didn't go too well because he wouldn't really talk to her. But I wanted to start this off on a note because there's some people that are questioning us about whether or not he really is on the autism spectrum, because he goes from one degree to the other. He'll start stimming. I know. Nobody could question that. He doesn't like noises inside of a building. He hates balloons because of the fear of them popping. Which a lot of people does that, don't like to hear them pop. Especially in this day and age. You don't know what it is. And it's really upsetting his mom because people questioning her,
I don't like it either.
You don't like it either?
Mm-hmm.
So I asked him, would he let me interview him on how his thoughts are of his daily life, and what he feels. So he agreed to it, so that's what we're going to do. So here's Jacob. Okay, Mr. Jacob.
Mm-hmm.
So, thoughts on... I gotta get my hands stopped shaking. Thoughts on traveling?
Well, I like staying home a lot of times. Now if it was let's say if it was a Tennessee travel, I would understand it was gonna be long and we wouldn't be home for like a day or two. But sometimes I like travel. Sometimes I like traveling when I have it all on schedule and it doesn't mix up or get new things on the schedule without me knowing. But most of the time I like staying home and the comforts of my home and like watching TV or playing video games while my mom is mostly gone.
Okay, when you're talking about schedule, you're talking about your visual schedule, right?
Yes.
Okay. If we go anywhere and forget your visual schedule, how does that affect you?
It really doesn't, but as long as but if we switch it up, like let's say we're going to Walmart, right, and we forgot and we had to turn around and go back to Walmart, that could possibly make me upset. But with the visual schedule and everything, if I forget it, but we still had the same schedule and we did exactly what the schedule did when we got back home, that would be just okay with me.
Okay. Now, what about hugs? People coming up to you wanting, say, like they come up to you and say, Jacob, give me a big hug.
Well, if I was I'm the person to be saying, somebody say, hey, give me a big hug. If I don't want me to, and if I do not want me to, I'm not gonna give them a big hug. So basically I get being forced. But sometimes I just don't give them huge hugs. And then sometimes when I feel like it, I'll harass them and give them squeezes, basically. But but sometimes, but a lot of times, if somebody I don't like people. I don't like a lot of people who invade my personal space. Fist bump, handshakes, follow me. Just a regular hug is follow me.
You talking about a side hug?
Yes.
Yeah.
And, but no really huge squeezes for me. It's just that I'm not that type of person.
So you rather people respect your wishes and not force you to give them a big hug.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see what else. What are your thoughts on making new friends?
Well, I'm not a big kid to be very outgoing, or I'm not the type of person to be talking to somebody or anything like that. But really, when but somebody says, "Hey, you'll be my friend," I'm like, "Yeah, sure, why not?" But like, if something, But if they're not going to make the first move, I'm definitely not going to be making the first move, because I'm not the type of person to just walk up to somebody and say, "Hey, you want to be my friend?" I'm the type of person to be like, okay, so they're be like the type of person just to not make the first move of being somebody's friend. So they're going to have to decide that. And mostly, when somebody comes up to be my friend, I'm like, sure, okay, as long as you just don't, do anything bad at this point. But, thoughts on making friends, it's okay to me, but sometimes I like to keep it the way it is.
Who's your best friend?
Caleb, pretty much the one that goes to church with us.
Okay. Other than that, who is your best friend?
Well, it's the Lord.
Yeah. What about your mama?
Yeah, she is more than my best friend.
Oh, okay. You love your mama, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
So, anyway, what about Uncle?
Yeah, I think he's my bro.
He's your bro?
Mm-hmm.
He's not your friend, he's your bro.
Mm-hmm.
What about Aunt Pat?
She's a totally different thing. She's in a whole different league. But I do love her.
I know you do. I know you do. Me. All right, now, I think we kind of went over the things on that. What about your thoughts on autism itself?
I know people. I'm glad I do not have nonverbal autism.
Yeah.
So I can talk to y'all and everything like that. But I have a pet. I do not like being on this autism, and I hate it, and I hate other people having worse autisms than what I do. But even autism itself, I'm not a fan of it. I just it's like saying, "Hey, I hate cancer. Comment on this post and like it if you agree." And if I had the choice, I'd put that up. Because it's just, I don't like autism. It's just a lot of people have to go through a lot just to go through autism. So autism and stuff is I do not like it.
You have a lot of doctor's appointments, don't you?
That's the worst part about it, and a lot of medicine too.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. But does it define who you are?
No, it does not. All it is just a sickness that affects your body, but it does not define who you are.
Right. That's right. Okay, now we're going to switch from autism to having to be on gluten-free diet. That's celiacs. Okay. Now, how does that affect you?
No. I've had celiac a lot longer than what I've had autism.
Well, I wouldn't say that.
Well, a little bit longer, I guess. I don't know. Well, anyways.
That you've been known to have it, yeah.
Gluten-free diet is one thing. Celiac is a whole different thing.
Mm-hmm.
I do not like gluten-free, and I especially do not like celiac. The first time we tried to go really off of gluten-free diet, it was glorious, but then I started having rashes, and I threw up like 2 days after all of that.
That's right.
Which, pretty much stinks. I wish it was not like that. I wish it was over. I wish I did not have celiac, but it's just what I have to go through. But I mean,
again, it's better than having cancer, right?
I feel a lot better.
Yeah.
But having if I love Pizza Hut breadsticks.
Mm-hmm.
My stomach does not. It has different words to say to me, but it's just. But a lot of stuff that I used to like could not be in my stomach, or it can cause worse things like cancer, or sometimes if you eat way too much, it can cause death sometimes.
Right.
But yeah, I just hope everyone else in this world that has to go through what I'm going through really has the best of luck.
Yeah, when you were a baby, we would try to go to Trustful, and you screamed to high heaven all the way there and back. We dreaded that trip. And I to this day, we have no idea if it was the diet or if it was the autism, or, because when you was, right before you was a year old, Uncle would kind of toss you in the air, and it would scare you so bad you would just shake.
Yeah.
And, a lot of things you did not like. So, I don't know. It's just, but we know someone that does, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. The Lord. He knows all about you. But anyway, is there anything else you would like to say?
Well, I would like to say this. If somebody was to say, like, I've met this comment before, I've seen YouTube videos that said, if you sleep like a certain way like this, it's sure that you have autism. My mom commented on one of those videos that said, no, I did not sleep like that, and I had autism. When somebody was wanting to start a fight and start. It said something, I forgot, but I know that it was probably not nice. But I know that if all of y'all go through that, that's just it's just Satan trying to bring you down. And a lot of other people that does that is really has been treated like that before, because I don't know how I know, because I've learned from experience. Let's just say I've never had the best experience with public school. There's a lot of people that there's a kid that threatened my life, but I was not really I was not really physically scared, but it did warn me that, hey, this kid could have a lethal weapon with me. So
yeah, how old were you when that happened?
I think I was around like 7 years old at that point.
Yeah, and that happened on the school bus, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But what I did was I balled my fist up. So he just said, "I have a knife in here," and I was looking at him sarcastically, basically like really, you're brave and stupid enough to do that. I think it was more on the stupid level, but I just it was a crazy experience. But whoever goes through that, y'all can comment to the video, and just show what happened in your life. I'm not gonna make fun of you. Nobody's gonna make fun of you. Now, if somebody does make fun of you, just know that it's definitely not me. I've been the type of person not to make fun of anyone, but I'm the type of person I'm basically like a defense mechanism. If somebody starts talking like that to me, and sometimes I'm gonna either just ignore them, or sometimes I'll come back at them. But anyways, anybody that goes through that, y'all can comment to say what you're going through. I'm not going to be making fun of you. Hopefully nobody is going to be making fun of you. And that's pretty much all I have to say. But I'm just, hopefully y'all, but all those that have autism and celiac disease like me, I wish y'all the best of luck.
Okay. I love you, buddy.
Love you too.
Bye-bye. May God bless each and every one of you. And Jacob, one other question.
Mm-hmm.
Why is it, of all the rooms in this house, did you